cars and everything. Doesn't hurt a bit as long as my dream's not hurt. But if my dream is hurt, those material things mean nothing because they won't last. You understand what I'm saying? You've got the most valuable thing going for you. You've got the most valuable thing going for you. It's your dream. So retain the dream and don't let anybody steal it. Anybody that's stealing your dream is the biggest crook in the world.
Saying that MLMs have a 99% loss rate is sort of misleading, because if 99% of people lose, the system is actually working perfectly. It's working as it was designed to work. So the 99% loss rate can actually be looked at as a 99% success rate, because the losses of the 99% fuel the profits of the 1%. You are supposed to lose. It didn't fail. It worked perfectly, and you were a means to that end for somebody above you. Saying that MLMs have a 99% loss rate is sort of misleading, because
I don't know where the average person's thinking is. And I don't like to be average. And I don't think you want to be average. But the average person walks into a grocery store and they buy something and give them a $10 bill and they get shortchanged a quarter and they say, hey, wait a minute. This isn't right. And they'll stand there and they'll argue with them. If it's a $10 bill, they'll make them recheck the whole cash register. Spend half a day. But yet, they associate with somebody that steals a part of their dream, and they say, well, that's just old Joe, my friend. Man, that's a crook. I'd rather have the guy shortchange me a quarter or a $10 bill or a $50 bill. That's nothing compared to the friends that we let steal from us every day. And until you stop letting them steal from you, you're not going to succeed. Not to your total potential. You might become a 15%er or 4,000. Might become a ruby or an emerald or a diamond. But you're still not at your potential as long as you're letting losers steal your dreams. I refuse to let them steal my dreams. I refuse to. Because they're stealing from my wife, they're stealing from my kids, they're stealing from the future generations, and they're stealing from America, the life and breath of America, the dream. We got to be dream builders, and you can't give what you don't got. So you got to learn to get it inside. How do you get it? By association with the right people. You find the winner upline that you associate with, and you get as close to him as often as possible. You gals learn to listen to the winners upline. Some guys say, well, I've never been a dreamer. Well, learn. The biggest reason you've never been a dreamer is real simple. I'll tell you why you've never been a dreamer. Because you've been too darn scared about the fact of failure to even look at success. You got to look at success. You got to say, I'm going to get it. You got to dream about what you're going to have, and you got to go after it. And you got to believe it's yours. You got to believe you can get it. See, when you're not a dreamer, you're taking on the characteristics of failure constantly. What you're sitting around doing is saying, well, I've always been told, don't go after something too hard in case you don't get it, What do you mean in case you don't get it? Man, I don't care if you don't get it this month or next month. But if you set your mind and your goal right, you're going to get it in time. You got to understand the success principles. God has a law of compensation. You can't outgive God. If you work this business and you work it with the right attitude, you are going to succeed, period. Now, maybe not in the time span that you set aside.